Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan going to be taking you through the first game of the night. Going to be at the freshman level, and it features Southampton and first place East Islip. East Islip have had a near perfect season, 13-1 record coming in. They have dominated the freshman division, only suffering their first loss. I believe it came against Smithtown Hauppauge. Freshman red, I'll quickly double check that. Southampton coming in 5-8-1 record, and they're led by their two best players, and those players being Andrew Wetter and Max Goldstein. 23 points in 10 games for Wetter and 30 points in 12 games for Goldstein, both representing Southampton at the All-Star game back on December the 26th. For Southampton, as I take a look at the standings, this game is critical for their playoff chances. There's still plenty of hockey left to be played at the freshman level, just 14 games played thus far for Southampton. They are 5 points back of 9th place SCHSHL and Middle Country. They have a game in hand on Middle Country, who are 7-6-2. It's going to be a tough one tonight for Southampton, but they really need a win to get themselves back in the playoff picture. And of course, this coming against an East Islip team, 13-1, and plus 85 goal differential, is the best in the freshman level, in the freshman division. 115 goals forced, also tops in the freshman division. 30 goals allowed, only team with fewer is Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red with 26. That lone loss coming all the way back, against Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red on the 27th of September. They have not lost since that date. We are in February. It's been a dominant road so far for East Islip. And their next opponent, Southampton, look to continue their massive win streak. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and I'll be back for puck drop as East Islip have yet to take the ice here. So we'll be right back. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hopog. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Looks like we're set for puck drop. Yeah, 2-minute minor penalty is listed up on the scoreboard. Both teams are... Southampton are shorthanded to start the game. Truly fascinating stuff. As I don't think I've ever seen this before. East Islip begin the game on the power play. A bench minor for Southampton. I've never seen that before. So, starting off at a disadvantage, Southampton, as if going against 13-1, East Islip was already a challenge. They're going to be short, but so far so good on the kill for Southampton. We're more than 30 seconds through. And East Islip have yet to really establish themselves in the zone. As it's clear to center and taken right back away. Moving through the neutral zone is McCourt. And McCourt throws that one on goal. It's gloved and held by the netminder in net for East Islip tonight. Number 30, Anthony Ford. Between the pipes for the Chiefs of East Islip. So a fascinating start here in our first game of the evening. Of course, the nightcap, the big one for all the marbles, the varsity championship game, winner take all between St. Anthony and Smithtown Hopog. Face off to the right of Ford, controlled shorthanded by Southampton. That's Wetter throwing that one back to the point. D'Angelo. This pass gets intercepted. Back the other way comes Blaschuk. Blaschuk knifing his way through the zone. Pass across. Thrown toward the net and a save made by starting netminder for Southampton, Trey Armasevitz. Comes back to the point. Now to the near side. East Islip getting the zone and going to work. Strauss pass across, knocked away by Goldstein. And now comes onto the stick and cleared by Harrington. East Islip back in their own zone. Good forecheck here from Wetter. The combination of Wetter and Goldstein, their two leading scorers. Going to work on the penalty kill. Straub gets taken down by Wetter. Looks for a call. There's none. Sent back around into the zone. Picked up behind the net. Looking to move it from out behind. Number 97, Aiden D'Angelo. Comes back around to the near side in the corner. Blaschuk. Centering feed. Shot never got through. Great defensive play by Harrington, and it's cleared by Southampton. And we're back to 5-on-5. They have killed off the penalty. Here's a chance now. Backhand error across from Goldstein. Got blocked. A good defensive play made by East Islip. Back they come into the zone. No, it move. They shoot it. Score. Connors makes it 1-0 for East Islip. A beautiful goal that he finishes on the forehand. Let's take another look. 1-on-1 over the blue line. Connors going to use his speed and puck protection and get around the defender. And then a beautiful move. Fakes to the backhand. Comes back to the forehand and buries it. 1-0. Evan Connors doing it all himself. And Connors picks up his 19th of the year for East Islip. Puts them up 1-0. Back comes Southampton. Shot blocked. Came off the stick of number 1, Cam Minardi. And now moved out of the zone by East Islip. Back on the goal scorer's stick, Connors. Drops it back for Walsh. And now out of the zone with speed, Wetter. Wetter cuts to the outside. Good defensive play to force him around by Barbito. That shot blocked from the point. And now Connors. 2-on-2 over the line with Haynes. Leaves it for Haynes. Haynes made his JV debut in a winning effort against St. Anthony. JV Gold. He's back on the freshman team for this one. And now it's taken back by Mazzarone, who gets it over to Haynes. Moves in, takes the shot, and scores! Beautiful goal from Haynes. It's 2-0 for East Islip. Off the rush again. Over the red line. Again, a one-on-one, and Haynes is going to rip it. Low blocker on Armashevitz. It's 2-0 East Islip. And Haynes' point total in the freshman division is very gaudy. And there's another goal for East Islip. 3-0. They take the lead. When it rains, it pours. East Islip off the rebound out in front. And it looks like it was Kai Kelly, 86, who got that one. Or, pardon me, 98, Rory Straub, credited with the goal. Southampton look for a spot, shot save, rebound save. Oh, Ford with a pair of beauties to deny the leading point score for Southampton, Max Goldstein. Back the other way come East Islip. They're in, backhand, denied by Armashevitz. It's still loose and poked out from the crease. East Islip still have it in the zone. There's Kelly setting that one across the flex wide. Back behind the net. Lemaire at the point. Rips a shot. It's gloved and held by Armashevitz. Fast-paced game, to say the least. Evan Connors, a goal and an assist so far tonight. Straub and Haynes, the other goal scorers. And I mentioned Haynes. That's his 16th in his 13th game played. 42nd point for Haynes. He has been excellent at the freshman level. Southampton trying to clear, held in for the moment by Kelly, but now it comes out to center. They regroup. Here's DeFalco. Moves in with LaRue. Now LaRue toward the net and wide. Kelly picks it up on the far point. Wrist shot through traffic, blocked. Rebound available in front, backhanded by Blaschuk, blocked. And skated out by Southampton. 3-0, 5 minutes in favor of East Islip. They have asserted their dominance early here in this one, making the most of their opportunities and getting some excellent goaltending from Anthony Ford on the other end of the ice. Blaschuk with DeFalco and Straub, or pardon me, that is Kearney on that far side. Face-off, though, won by Wetter. Magnotta trying to play that one across. Pisano there. Wetter intercepts. Taken back by Blaschuk. Centering feed just missed. Lazarino a drive save. Rebound, it's loose. Diving across Armashevitz. And it's scooped up by Wetter. Poked off his stick by Blaschuk. Comes back for Magnotta. And now Pisano into the zone with Goldstein. Couldn't get it around the defender. Good defensive play made there by Kai Kelly. He'll go for a change. Back the other way. No let up in his East Islip team. It's Connors. Connors trying to spin away from Goldstein. Now poked out of the zone. What Southampton can get back on it. They turn it over. East Islip back in control. Ahead for Haynes. It was a head of steam into the zone. Haynes, wrist shot, just wide. Comes to the far side. Mazzarone chips it down low. To be played on further by D'Angelo. D'Angelo spinning out of trouble. Playing it around to Minardi. Cam Minardi. In the corner. Gets it back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo trying to create some space for himself. Being hounded by Mazzarone. Now checked by Mazzarone. Played out in front and swept from out of harm's way by Goldstein. Cleared out by Minardi. Trying to get it right back in, however, is Haynes. Here comes Magnotta. Pass across, doesn't connect. And now back the other way. Pardon me, that was Harrington. East Islip are in. Sharp angle tries, stopped by Armashevitz, who will hold with 7:52 left here in the first period. 3-0 East Islip leading Southampton. Straub, who got that most recent goal, his 9th of the year, 18th point for Rory Straub. Connor's goal and assist brings his point total up to 28 on the season. Face-off to the right of the goaltender for Southampton, Trey Armashevitz. It's won by Goldstein and cleared. Minardi is off for a penalty. A hooking minor, so back to the penalty kill are Southampton. They're 1 for 1 so far in the game. They clear it out there, now on the stick of Lemaire. Lemaire's pass across got batted by a Southampton stick, and now it's fired down. Good clearing there by Magnotta. Wetter on the forecheck. Short-handed. East Islip trying to regain control. Spinning away from it here. Trying to get it, and finally getting it is Fowler. My apologies. Played into the Southampton zone, and they're going to be offside, or East Islip, with exactly 8 minutes gone by in the first period. A quick start for East Islip. They're up 3-0. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back. 5-on-3 here now for East Islip with a 3-0 lead. Wetter off for tripping. Here's Goldstein short-handed by 2 players, and he's unable to pull the trigger. Back come East Islip. Goldstein streaking back into the zone, runs into the back of an East Islip player. They'll say it was incidental contact. Shot wide, a rebound, nearly kicked back out in front. Now comes across. It's settled down and controlled further by Kelly. Fired across, no goal. Good save there by Armashevitz. Back for Lemaire. Lemaire to Connors. And a good defensive play made by Magnotta, who clears it for Southampton. 13 seconds left on the 5-on-3 for East Islip. Here's Connors. Setting it across for Haynes. Haynes, nice move into the zone. Jordan Haynes now across. No dice there. Haynes back on it in the corner. For Kelly at the near point. Kelly, pass across, blocked. And Vergara clears it out with the help of the defenseman Magnotta. Harrington aggressive there on the near side. Puck played to the far side, and we'll get a whistle here. With 25 seconds to go on the penalty, the most recent penalty now to Andrew Wetter. It is Southampton's 3rd penalty taken in the game thus far. Face-off all the way down and deep in the East Islip end, won by the Chiefs, and Blaschuk comes to the far side and clear to center. Magnotta struggles with it, taken off his stick by Straub. Straub, check from behind by Magnotta, good recovery. And it gets past Mazzarone, loose puck in the neutral zone. Skating in after it to play it further is Lazzarino. Plays it up the near side, Vergara takes over. Pass looking for Goldstein, hit his stick, but deflects forward. Back into this possession of East Islip. Now, collision at the far boards. Goldstein unable to get a hold of the puck. And now it comes back to Max Goldstein. Evades one. Gets it over to Vergara. Vergara trying to get it back to Goldstein, passing his skates. Blaschuk comes flying on in for East Islip. Now the puck careens back to be played on further by Magnotta. Clearing attempt from Goldstein into the zone doesn't work. So they'll kick it back out to the near side for Vergara to get it on to Goldstein, and Goldstein sends in. Lazzarino back to play it for East Islip. Pass ahead gets deflected and now rolls back onto the stick of Magnotta. Now for Harrington. Harrington hoping to get it to Vergara. Goes a bit too far and played further here by Colin Clark. Intercepted by Kelly. Riley, shot, score! Goldstein! And Southampton are on the board. It's 3-1. Quick turnover from the near side along the half wall. And nice play by Quinlan Riley to get it over to Goldstein, and Goldstein beating forward blocker side. It was a great shot from Goldstein as he collects his 19th of the season. And it's a 2-goal game. Southampton needed that goal. Try to get back into this one. Pass hoping for Pisano. Deflects, here's Fowler. Fowler still has it. Shot. Save made by Armashevitz. Harrington takes it around behind. Knocked down behind the net to be played out further. That was a good play by Walsh. And now Southampton clear. Pisano racing after it. Lemaire also racing after. Gets to the puck first for East Islip. Plays it up the far boards. Quinlan Riley in the way. Sent down further by Wetter. It's back on the stick and played up further by Straub. Knocked ahead by Fowler. And dumped into the zone by Walsh. D'Angelo to pick it back up in his own end. D'Angelo weaving his way through center. Over the blue line. Hits the brakes. Pokes it down deeper. Minardi in after it. On Lemaire. Steps around Lemaire, does Minardi. Takes it around the net. And now gets a check back from Lemaire that he also avoids. Comes back out the near side. Trying to go back to the point. Held in by D'Angelo. Sent back in down low for Goldstein. Goldstein bumped off the puck. And D'Angelo unable to hold in at the blue line. Circles back with 2:15 to go in the first period. 3-1. East Islip leading Southampton. Towing the line was D'Angelo, who's sent back further. Now back come. And that went off the crossbar. Southampton that close to making it a 1-goal game. They have looked much better since getting a goal up on the board. As they look to make it a 1-goal game, it's sent out of the zone. And now onto the stick of Mazzarone. Centering feed in the skates. And West Islip take back. Southampton take back. Pushed up the boards all the way down. Kelly on it. Rips it around the far boards. Good little backhand pass, and now here comes Haynes, joined by DeFalco on the near side. Jordan Haynes trying to get around D'Angelo, eventually spinning towards the front of the net. And a nice play by McCourt defensively to break up that play out in front. They're not out of the zone just yet. Here's DeFalco toward the net. Cut off and cleared by McCourt. It'll become an icing against Southampton, but a must clear as that puck was right in front of their goaltender, Armashevitz, with 59.9 seconds left, just under a minute remaining in the first period. 3-1 East Islip leading Southampton. The East Islip Chiefs and the Southampton Whalers. That beautiful crimson Whalers logo. One of the best, I'll say, in sports. Of course, we don't see it anymore at any professional level. As a minor delay for the official to retie his skates. And now we're ready to drop the puck. Blaschuk versus Wetter. One forward by Wetter, played on further by DeFalco. Backhands it toward the net. They're jabbing away at it. It's cleared out from in front of the net by Southampton. Down low in the corner. Now back up top to be played on further by Barbito. And Kelly unable to hold in, sends it back to Barbito. Pushed out of the zone by Southampton. Quinlan Riley trying to play it. Here's Vergara dropping it for Wetter. Wetter, nice move. Cuts in, Wetter still has it, takes the shot. It's denied by Ford with 16.4 to go in the first period. Great rush up the ice by the second leading scorer for Southampton, Andrew Wetter. Take a look. Gets around one, and this is the beautiful move here. Just a little tap right by the stick as the poke check is attempted. But great positioning by the East Islip netminder, giving nothing for Wetter to shoot at. That goal, by the way, Goldstein from Riley and Vergara. For Southampton, Magnotta's play across, broken up, and fired off the side of the net. Great play by Walsh to end the period, and then a collision between Fowler and, I believe, Wetter. It's actually Magnotta, my apologies. So, physical check to end the period. 3-1 after one. East Islip leading Southampton. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Branigan, and I'll catch you guys on the other side for period number 2. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hogs side of tonight's freshman level matchup between Southampton and East Islip. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Branigan here with you for the call. It's a dominant period for East Islip. They jump out 3 unanswered, 3-0 lead before Max Goldstein scoring from Quinlan Riley and Mateo Vergara. Made it 3-1. A definitely important goal for Southampton to keep the game in striking range. But East Islip in that first period showing just why they have a 13-1 record. Here's Goldstein. Walks in, shoots, and a save made by Ford. Great save made by the East Islip netminder as he stops one of the league's top scorers. And Max Goldstein. Here's Kessler out there. Goldstein giving him direction. Wins the faceoff. Shot off the draw, goes wide into the corner. Loose puck. Good takeaway by Minardi. Minardi pinned to the far wall. Able to kick it over to Goldstein, who gets it back to the point. Long shot, deflects wide. Went off the stick of Barbarito. And it's back to the near side. And poked out of the zone by Haynes. Haynes quickly pushing the puck ahead. Challenging Magnotta. Forces the turnover. And that pass across made by Mazzarone does not connect. Comes back into the corner for Haynes. Haynes met by Goldstein. Haynes, nice move. Takes the shot, save. Rebound batted out of midair and gloved down by Southampton. Kept alive at the blue line by Barbarito. And now Harrington will skate to center. Loose puck picked up by Goldstein. On the stick of Minardi. Sends it down the ball. Deeper into the East Islip zone. That's Kessler. Play went out in front for Goldstein. Save, rebound, score! Max Goldstein, second of the game. It's a 1-goal game. Great play by number 18. That's Kessler. or 19 Kessler, and then gets it to the front of the net. Goldstein's first try denied by Ford, but the rebound, no chance for Ford, as Goldstein finishes it on the backhand. Again, big play by 19 Michael Kessler to set it up. And we've got ourselves a one-goal game. 2 unanswered for Southampton to respond to East Islip's 3 unanswered to start the period. They had a 3-0 lead by the 5-minute mark of that first period. East Islip looking for a response now with the temperature turned up on this game by Max Goldstein and Southampton. Good job playing it away from pressure by Blaschuk. Kearney ahead for DeFalco. DeFalco's centering feed intercepted. A good defensive play made by McCourt, who will backhand to center. Goes off the stick of Quinlan Riley and fired in by Kearney. Wraps it around the boards. McCourt battling on that far side. Sharp angled try stop by Armashevitz. Sent to the boards by D'Angelo, not out. Now behind the net, Fowler centering feed one time. Shot is denied. Off the stick of Blaschuk. Great save there by Armashevitz. And that's usually the forgotten part of a comeback, and a must-needed recipe for any comeback is the goaltender for that team trying to make said comeback, not allowing any more. And so far, Armashevitz, since allowing those first 3, has been perfect. Face-off one in the defensive end by Goldstein, sent around by McCourt, intercepted on the near side by Walsh, and now skated out to center by Goldstein. 2 goals already in the game. Goldstein gets around the one, shot, and it's denied by Ford. Goldstein back on it in the far corner. Looking like a man possessed out there, Max Goldstein. Harrington tried to keep in, could not. Here's Fowler, 2-on-1 developing. Fowler off the post, it wouldn't go. Now back to the point of drive. Glove down in front, nice play made by McCourt. Fowler, wrist shot blocked by Harrington. Another try played across. Came to the far side where it's taken off the stick of Lemaire and backhanded ahead to Goldstein. Goldstein is in, shoots and scores! Goldstein hat trick, 3-3. It's a great play set up by the defensive effort of Vergara, his second assist of the night. And burying the great play from Vergara was Goldstein. Third of the night, hits the celly. And what a game we have stumbled upon here. Stumbled upon him, of course it was always happening, but wow, what a game thus far. The hat trick for Goldstein, bringing his goal total up to 21 on the season in what is his 13th game played. Timeout, East Islip. Vergara's second assist of the game, his point total increasing. Came into the night with just 3 assists on the season. That's now up to 5 for 5 points. And Kessler, who played an integral part of the second goal, his point total is now 6 on the season. 3 goals, 3 assists. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan. 3-3 at the 11:51 mark of the second period. I'll step aside and catch back up with the action when it returns. Don't go anywhere. Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back. Southampton just tied the game up Max Goldstein's third of the night erased a 3-0 deficit for Southampton. We're all tied up at 3 against first-placed East Islip. 26 points on the season. What is their 15th game now they're playing in? 1 point ahead of Smithtown Hauppauge freshman Red, who are responsible for the lone loss for East Islip. All the way in 10th place are Southampton, and they're trying to join a dogfight for those final few positions in the standing. A shot from Haynes that goes wide. Coming into the night 5-8-1, and 5 points behind 9th and 8th place Middle Country and Sachem. Ford out to play it. Sends it around to Lemaire. Looking for a crispy breakout or East Islip. It started good, but the pass too far for Haynes. Taken back by Lazzarino now. D'Angelo brings it around his own net. Pressured there and forces the turnover to East Islip. Here's Connors. Taken off the puck by Wetter. Comes to the near side. Riley on it in the corner. Pushing it ahead. Held in by Lazzarino, not so fast. Linesman saying it got out of the zone, so he had an offside against East Islip. With 10:38 to go in the second period. All tied up at 3. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. You like what you hear. You like what you see. Give the like button a like, and why not check us out on social media at LI Sports Network. Tons of great stuff covering the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Plenty of coverage of the championship tonight. Here's a chance. East Islip just goes wide. Kearney pushes it out in front. And Riley gets it out. Minardi pressuring. Sent right back in by East Islip. Fowler on the far side. Back anyone toward the front of the net. Gets canceled by Harrington. And pushed to the line. Not out. Held in by Barbarito. Magnotta trying to step around a forechecking Fowler. Gets the puck on the far wall and chips it out of the zone. Sent right back along by East Islip. Big collision. Minardi and Barbarito. Back around. That's Colin Clark. He's listed as number 18, wearing number 5, throwing me off all game long. Number 5 for East Islip, Colin Clark. Sent up the boards by Barbarito, intercepted Pisano, the shot, and a right pad save made by Ford. Chipped out of the zone by East Islip. Magnotta for Riley, taps it into the zone. Getting over there is Barbarito, he chips it out. Harrington, back to Magnotta. Pass got caught up in Connor's skates and taken back by East Islip. A quick, nifty poke check takes it away. Sent back down low. Played around the boards by Magnotta. And now comes right back on the other side, Wetter. Good forecheck by East Islip. Mazzarone takes it away. Shot from Lemaire. Blocked down in front by Magnotta. And Pisano up the boards, not out. Great keep in there by Lemaire. Comes to the near side. Connors centering. Loose in front. And a sprawling save made by Darmashevitz. East Islip still full pressure. Shot from Lemaire. Deflects and gets blocked it. Haynes on it. Checked by Wetter. Magnotta takes it away. Haynes right back. Centering feed broken up. Nice play by Harrington in front of the net. Great drag there by Connors. Fighting through a lot of sticks. And now the puck comes to the near half wall. Thrown to the front of the net by Kelly. And intercepted and cleared by Harrington. And it will roll all the way down for an icing against the Southampton Whalers. 8:07 to go, second period. Best shift, I'd say, of the second period for East Islip. They came close but did not get a puck past Trey Armashevitz. Face off to the left of the aforementioned Southampton netminder. Won by East Islip. A rip from Lemaire goes wide. Kelly will throw into the net. Save made. Rebound. Thrown out across the crease. with a down and out. Trey Armashevitz doing everything he can to try to keep it out. Comes to the near side. East Islip keeping the pressure going, but that puck will come out of the zone. Lemaire back on it. Watched by Goldstein, knocked down by Vergara and carried in offside, and taking a big hit in the process was Vergara. Kessler comes over to check up on his teammate. And he pops up to his skates and gets ready for his next shift, his next actionable play here. Face off just outside the East Islip zone. Kai Kelly would have been called for a false start if this was football. It's not. Vergara along the far wall, chipped back in by Kessler. East Islip move it to the near side. Straub taken back by Kessler, has a streaking Goldstein. Goldstein onside, but the puck coughed up by Southampton. Back come East Islip. Now Blaschuk moves in. Watched by D'Angelo. Backhand shot comes across the crease. Picked up on the far side by Fowler. Fowler goes down. Kept alive on the far blue. Long shot through traffic going wide. Came off the stick of Lazzarino. That shot from Kai Kelly broken up in traffic. Thrown to the front of the net. It's loose and available and cleared out of harm's way by Southampton. Nice move on the far blue. Lazzarino the drive and a blocker save made by Armashevitz. That's one of his best of the night. Wrapped around the boards, held in by Lazzarino. Tries to go around Vergara. Long shot from Blaschuk wide. Back on the near side. The battle continuing along the half wall. Kessler, Goldstein, Kelly for East Islip. Getting some reinforcements from Fowler, and I think they're going to get Fowler for that hit. An interference call is coming. Might not be against Fowler, but I thought that was the player who came lunging on in. And it looks like they're going to call it on Straub. First power play chance of the night for Southampton. They are perfect on the kill so far, 3 for 3. They started the game shorthanded, and one of the weirdest starts to a game I've ever seen, a bench minor to kick us off. Face off, won by East Islip, and they will clear it out of the zone. Shorthanded, here comes Haynes on his backhand. Haynes surviving the poke check. It scores! Jordan Haynes, second of the game, shorthanded, puts East Islip up by 1. Here's Haynes on the one hand on the stick, gets around the defender, back on the puck, and he just slides it underneath Armashevitz, and you could tell by Trey Armashevitz's reaction, he wants that goal back. 4-3 East Islip. Short-handed goal for Jordan Haynes, continuing his immaculate freshman season. Good lead pass ahead for Minardi. Gets around Lemaire, 2-on-1 developing. Minardi shoots, it got deflected. Lazzarino desperately cutting over there to deflect the shot out of play. What a defensive play, Lazzarino. Liam Lazzarino of East Islip breaking up the 2-on-1 opportunity featuring Cam Minardi and Max Goldstein of Southampton. Face off. Won by East Islip, cleared out of the zone by Walsh. Harrington retreating back to get it for Southampton, fires it across. Here's Wetter. Wetter. Cross ice pass, Goldstein. Gets around Lemaire, but could not get around the stick of Walsh. Takes it back, though, from Lemaire. Centering feed, Wetter is denied. Great save made by Ford, and now Lazzarino to the line. Kept in by Magnotta, and now cleared. The length of the ice by Liam Lazzarino. Harrington back to get it with 45 to go on the power play for Southampton. Sends a pass ahead to Riley. Riley to Goldstein. Goldstein, with a hat trick already in the game, sends that one across. Here is Minardi, back to the point, Magnotta. Long shot through traffic goes wide. 28 seconds to go on the power play for Southampton. Max Goldstein, centering feed. Minardi just goes wide. Might have hit the stick of Quinlan Riley, who was out in front. Goldstein to the front of the net, rejected. Good defensive play made by Barbarito. Long shot is covered and held by Anthony Ford. 4-3, East Islip the lead by virtue of Jordan Haynes' 17th goal of the season, second of the night for Haynes. Goldstein joined by Pisano, and Quinlan Riley stays out there for the remaining 8 and counting on the power play for Southampton. Good clear by East Islip. D'Angelo battles for the puck, earns himself possession of it, and sends it up the near side for Goldstein. Goldstein removed of the puck by Haynes. And we're back to 5-on-5. Good kill for East Islip. They get a goal on top of the kill. I'd say it's a great kill by East Islip. Loose puck out in front, they score! East Islip now lead by 2. The puck ricocheting off of the back of the net. And wide open out in front. Here's the initial shot. It goes wide and ends up right on that other side of the net, where it's cleaned up and finished by Fowler. And for Christian Fowler, his 11th point, 6th goal of the season. And what is his 10th game played? 5-3 now, East Islip. Shot from Water, misses high glove. Minardi chipping it deep. Taken back over by Clark. Back hands it around for Barbarito. Sent up the near wall. Cut off by Southampton. Sent back in. Wetter chasing after it. Joined by Goldstein and Minardi. Loading up that top line. Back come East Islip. Pass misfiring and that shot going wide. Right back the other way. Too far for Wetter, who potentially would have had a break for Southampton. Instead, it's an icing against the Whalers. 3:07 to go in the second period. 5-3, East Islip with the lead in what's been a game of goal streaks. 3-0 East Islip to start. Southampton come all the way back to tie it at 3. And now 2 straight in response for East Islip. 5-3 the score. Face off. Controlled by East Islip. Long shot from Kelly. Doesn't get through. Pops back out. Another shot. That one's blocked. Blocked by Magnotta. And Magnotta knocks down Walsh. Puck somewhere underneath him. Kicks back for Kelly. Kelly long shot through. Tons of traffic. Somehow ended up wide of the net. Southampton unable to clear. Getting knocked down. Blaschuk gets back up. Takes the puck away. Blaschuk to the net. Save made. Armashevitz rebound covered by Trey Armashevitz. .232 left here in the second period. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Blaschuk to take the draw from Wetter. Blaschuk won it back. Shot initially blocked. Rebound. Score! Off the block out in front. Armashevitz was going one way. The puck was going another, and Walsh deposits it into the back of an open net. Starts with the point try from Kai Kelly. It gets blocked, and you see Armashevitz going all the way to his left. He's got to come back to his right. But couldn't get there in time before it's buried by Alex Walsh. 6-3, East Islip with the lead. Southampton, who came all the way back to tie it at 3, now find themselves down 3 again. Long shot, that one stopped by Armashevitz. Rebound, score! That's Walsh's second in a matter of less than a minute. And it's 7-3 East Islip. 2-on-2 into the zone. The shot's going to come around the defender. It's stopped by Armashevitz, but the rebound gets away from him and is buried by Walsh. His second goal, as I mentioned. Second goal in 19 seconds for number 52, Alex Walsh. And now we see a timeout called by Southampton. We're at the 2:07 mark of the second period. Currently listed as Straub's goal, but that was 52, right? With that rebound goal. Yeah, that was number 52. I thought they should hopefully correct it. They have. They have corrected it. It is number 52, Alex Walsh, with the goal. Miles Mazzarone, the assist. For Walsh, his 5th and 6th goals of the season, bringing his point total now. Does he have any assists this game? He does not. So the point total for Walsh up to 13 on the season. And what is his 13th game played? Mazzarone, who gets an assist on the goal, his 10th assist of the year, and that is his 20th point. I mean, it is. There are not many weak spots on this East Islip team. They are really dominant from top to bottom. They're the defending state champs. They did not defeat. So Smithtown Hauppauge defeated St. Anthony at the varsity level for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Championship. However, they would not defend that state title. It actually went to East Islip last year, and now this East Islip freshman team. And a couple of years from now, look out. Haynes, already making an impact at the JV level, moves in and shot goes wide. Collision near boards. Minardi skates out with it. Check from behind by Haynes. Minardi could not get around Lazzarino. His pass across, though, blocked by Goldstein. Goldstein responsible for all 3 Southampton goals tonight. Puck moved into the corner. That's where it remains. They battle after it. They rummage through and finally pokes out. It's Goldstein. Banking one ahead, Wetter. Backhanding one along. Picked up by Goldstein. Moves in, takes the shot, blocked by Lazzarino. Back to Goldstein, saucer pass across, swung and missed by Wetter. Skated out by Haynes. Jordan Haynes. Poked away from him by Magnotta. But Haynes gets back to it, spins it down low. Connors there to receive it behind the Southampton net. Skates around, back up top, Lazzarino. Now for Lemaire. Wrist shot through traffic wide. Rebound available at the side of the net and wouldn't go. A great defensive recovery by Magnotta. And down to Lazzarino. Pushes it ahead. Haynes initially stopped, now moves in, and now Magnotta poked away from him. And Haynes will take it back, try to send it back. Wetter got in the way. Connors spins it around. Lazzarino comes to the near side to pick it up. Gets around Goldstein. Tries to get around Harrington. Could not. Puck still, though. Thrown across, and now Lemaire, as the period expires. East Islip had their lead evaporate. They're up 3-0. Found themselves back tied up at the start of the period. And then they put in 4 straight to go up 7-3 heading into the third. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Can Southampton come back again? You'll have to wait and see here on LI Sports Network. up, Riz? Thank you. Thank you. What are you here for?
My cousins are decisive.
Who is it? DeFalco?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hogs side of tonight's freshman level matchup between East Islip and Southampton. East Islip jumped out to the early 3-0 lead. Southampton roared back to tie it at 3, and then 4 straight for East Islip to go up 7-3 heading into the third period. And the scoring, of course, has been spread out. 7 different East Islip players with a point. 2 goals for Jordan Haynes, 2 goals for Alex Walsh. That came just 19 seconds apart. Goal and assist for Fowler. And looking for more here, East Islip comes on to Armashevitz, who made the blocker stop behind the net. Wetter sends it up the far boards. Pisano can't get there in time. Good keep in by Barbarito. Centering feed broken up. Barbarito gets it back to Blaschuk. Blaschuk, wrist shot. Deflects just wide, went off the stick of Connors. Cycling in the corner. Fowler comes away with it, checked by Pisano, and now sent up the boards by McCourt and out of the zone. Clark tracks back to it, sends it across for Barbarito. Return pass misfires. Quinlan Riley in on the forecheck. Takes the puck away. Riley, though, unable to get it to a Southampton teammate. Skated out by Blaschuk. Blaschuk pushing it back out in front, and D'Angelo rescuing the play for Southampton. Skates it to center. D'Angelo meandering his way through. Nice move. D'Angelo shot denied by Ford, who covers. And great rush up the ice. Thwarted by the East Islip netminder. Having a great game for himself, Anthony Ford. I wouldn't peg any of the 3 goals allowed to be on him. Face-off went forward by Goldstein. Rip of a shot by Minority. Somehow doesn't go. What a save by Ford. Goldstein back on it. Backhand shot. I believe getting a piece of it was Ford. Kessler in the near corner. Goldstein for Magnotta. Magnotta shot blocked by Mazzarone. Gets back on it. Wrister. Glove save Ford. Rebound right. Pad save made by Ford. And fired around the far boards. Trying to keep in Harrington. He cannot. Mazzarone. 2-on-1. Breaking in, and offsides is called to break up the rush. Here are some of those saves again made by Anthony Ford. Great play by Magnotta. There's the wrist shot that's labeled for top shelf. Great glove save, and then for good measure getting the rebound that may or may not have been going on net. Face off just outside the Southampton zone. One forward by Haynes, and Haynes gets rocked by Magnotta. Haynes, though, prevailing with the puck. Centering try wouldn't go. Lazzarino for Haynes. Still, it is Jordan Haynes. Spinning it down low, taken back by Minardi. And Minardi gets on his horse, brings it around the net. Trying to settle the puck down as it was going ahead of him. Taken back by East Islip for the moment. Lazzarino. And now Minardi brings it into the zone. 1-on-4. Will backhand it in and chase it down. A nice play, Minardi, to try to get possession. It's pulled back to the far corner. Kessler keeping the forecheck alive for Southampton as East Islip try to organize to get it out. That's exactly what East Islip do. They'll get it out. Harrington dumps back in for the Whalers. Lazzarino chips it ahead for Walsh. Walsh not out. Glove down by Magnotta. And now getting it out here is Haynes. 2-on-2 over the blue. Now 2-on-3. Haynes somehow got it around everyone. Centering feed across. Save made Armashevitz. Knocked down out of midair by Harrington. It might have been going over the line. Potential goal-saving play made by Harrington. And now Riley, a collision at the blue line, kept alive by Lazzarino. Haynes to the net, save made Armashevitz. And now Goldstein with 11:34 to go in the third. Pushes it ahead, hoping, or pardon me, that was Magnotta hoping for Goldstein. Now Magnotta chips in. Lazzarino, checked by Magnotta, plays it around. Lemaire ahead for DeFalco. Centering feed, hoping for Kearney. Too far for him, becomes an icing against East Islip with 11:13 to go in the third period. They have the 4-goal edge over Southampton. Face off to the right of Anthony Ford. Wetter and Blaschuk to take the draw. Wetter pushing it forward. Vergara forechecking as well for Southampton. Pushed out of the zone. McCourt try to take it back for Southampton. Instead, now it is Blaschuk moving in. Taking the shot, missed it wide. Comes back up the near boards. Taken back now by Vergara. Vergara pulling it away from trouble. Now gets it to Riley. Quinlan Riley bulldozing his way in. Tries to center one. It's blocked. Good defensive play made by Walsh. Or pardon me, made by Clark. Here's D'Angelo. Around for McCourt. 10:22 to go regulation time. Shot scores! Fowler! 8-3 East Islip. Second of the game for Christian Fowler. Third point of the night for Fowler. An innocent enough looking play. Fowler makes a nice move to get it into open space and an absolute laser beam. Top shelf over the glove of Armashevitz. 8-3. East Islip, 5 unanswered. As they have put the game in control. Backhander across. Great centering feed from Goldstein. And Riley just unable to bank it in. Back the other way. East Islip. Mazzarone centering feed. Doesn't connect with Straub. Comes behind the net. Up the near wall. Goldstein trying to fight his way through traffic in open space. Gets around Fowler. And now lets Fowler fly right by him. Now on the stick of Magnotta. Having trouble with the puck. It's taken back by Straub. Straub into the zone. Sharp angle try off the side of the net. In the corner. Fowler centering feed, or trying to get it back to the point. It's taken away by Pisano. Chipped out of the zone. Ford comes all the way out to send it back into the Southampton zone. Magnotta circling out of the forecheck of Fowler. Pushes it ahead in the skates of Goldstein, and now Kai Kelly. Interceptor Goldstein, moves in. Goldstein shot, denied by Ford. Looking for his 4th of the game there was Max Goldstein. And Anthony Ford comes up with the big stop. 8:44 to go, third period. 5 unanswered goals has East Islip leading 8-3. Face off to the right of netminder Ford. Wetter to take the draw against Haynes. It's won by Haynes, but controlled by Southampton behind the net. Good play by Haynes in traffic. Pushes it into the Whaler end of the ice. Minardi taps it around for Harrington. Harrington hoping for Wetter on the near side. Wetter steps around Connors. Plays it back to Harrington. Harrington brings it into the East Islip zone. Down low it goes. Lemaire and Harrington come together in the far corner. Lazzarino off the boards. Trying to get it up ahead to Walsh. And now Walsh will clear it out of the zone. Not too far out of the zone. Lazzarino right back into Lemaire. They'll try the near side this time and have more success. Connors. Centering pass for Haynes. Broken up by Harrington. Now Minardi going the other way. Trying to get around Lazzarino. Lazzarino shoves Minardi into the boards. And not sure what we have here. Looks like the faceoff's going to be to the left of Anthony Ford. We stay 5 aside, no penalties here. Goldstein to take the draw, however, it's won by Haynes, sent in by Walsh. McCourt and Haynes. Behind the net, Haynes steps around McCourt. Plays it up the wall, cut off by Barbarito to the net, off the skate of McCourt and in. So Barbarito the goal by virtue of the skate of the Southampton defenseman McCourt. And good things happen when you throw the puck toward the net, and there is example A. The goal for Barbarito, his second of the season. McCourt intercepted. 9-3 is the score. 6 unanswered for East Islip. Kearney. Around for DeFalco. DeFalco up for Clark. Clark to DeFalco. Centering try. Blashchuk couldn't deflect it in. And skated free here by Goldstein. Goldstein, power move to the backhand, goes around the net, survives the poke check from Ford. Try to bring it around Kearney, and Kearney knocked it off his stick. But unable to clear was Kearney. Back comes Goldstein. Goldstein couldn't get a shot away. Great check from behind, or was it? I believe Clark will get called for the slash. And there's the fine line between great defense and a penalty. Or Barbarito, it looks like it was. So maybe Clark did have the good defensive play, but it was aided by the slash of Barbarito. 6:18 to go, third period. It's 9-3 East Islip. Face-off. One in the defensive end by the Chiefs. They send it the length of the ice. Barbarito for slashing at 6:18. Magnotta trying to get around Haynes. Eventually does. Brings it in. Takes a check from Connors. That's Keegan Riley firing it across and cleared the length of the ice by East Islip. Armashevich to Harrington. Harrington intercepted by Connors, diving, trying to get it ahead for Haynes. Too far for Haynes, who picks it up in the near corner. Charges to the net. It's stopped by Armashevich. Right on the red line. Or the goal line, I should say. Face off to the left of the Whaler netminder. Blashchuk to take it from Goldstein. Won by Blashchuk. Sharp angled shot from Kelly is denied by Armashevich. A stretch pass hoping for Goldstein, broken up by Blashchuk. Here is Quinlan Riley to the net. It's stopped by Ford. Haynes picked up an assist on the Barbarito goal. Haynes' third point of the night, joins Fowler for most on the East Islip team tonight. Face-off won by Southampton. Here's McCourt. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Pass on it. It'll be gathered in by Quinlan Riley. Fired around. D'Angelo stopped the puck briefly, but it did roll out of the zone, so the Whalers must reset and neutral ice. McCourt brings it over the line. Hits the brakes. Picked up by Goldstein. Goldstein moving toward the middle of the ice. Hounded by Walsh. Walsh separating Goldstein with the puck. Goldstein battling through Walsh to try to play it on further and eventually taps it down low. Kelly gets there first and skies it out of the zone for East Islip. Armashevitz puts it on the tape of D'Angelo. Taken away by Blaschuk. Blaschuk, backhander across. Nobody there for East Islip. We're back to 5-on-5. The Chiefs have killed off the penalty. No power play goals tonight, but a shorty scored by Jordan Haynes. The only non-even strength marker of the evening. Shot wide there from Fowler. Lazarino sends it around the boards. Stroud picks it up on the far side. 3:48 to go in the third period. A reminder coming up at, it's still 10:10, right? 10:10 Eastern time. The game 3, the winner-take-all championship varsity level game between Smithtown Hauppauge and St. Anthony. It's must-watch. I hope to see you all there for that one. The winner punches their ticket to take on Belmore Merrick for Long Island high school supremacy. And the first time in 10 years, in over 10 years, they're going to have the Long Island Championship game played at Northwell. Here's a chance and a shot. A great effort to get a shot even on goal there by Harrington. Stopped by Ford. Harrington goes hard into the boards. 3:03 to go, your third period. If you really can't get enough of LI Sports Network, I encourage you to follow us on social media at LI Sports Network on Instagram. Tons of great stuff on there. Last night's best. Aztec Photos, which they do an unbelievable job of some great photography that we post as well. And just tons of great stuff there at LI Sports Network. Check it out. Here's Haynes. Centering try, hoping for Connors. Connors does get to it, stumbles to the ice, centers across, but Walsh had also gone down. Keegan Riley for Wetter. Wetter, nice move. Sharp angle try, stopped by Ford, rebound, the puck still available, it's covered by the East Islip netminder. Nine different players, I should say, for East Islip have recorded a point in the contest. En route to their 9-3 lead. 2:20 to go. Do they have a 10th in them? Haynes for Connors. Shot wide. Keegan Riley chips it ahead. Moving in is Wetter. It's poked off his stick. Great defensive play made by Kai Kelly. D'Angelo bringing it around the Southampton net. Dangerous pass, but it does get over to Goldstein. Goldstein puts it into the zone. Vergara chasing after it. Goldstein tapping it back to Vergara. Vergara battling Brandon Bentrowitz. Back to the point, D'Angelo. Trying to create space for himself. DeFalco, great defense. Sticking on D'Angelo like white on rice, and here comes DeFalco for Haynes. Back to DeFalco. Glove save made, Armashevitz. DeFalco had his sights on what could have been his 7th goal of the season. Face-off, Blaschuk and Goldstein. 50-50 draw. Dug free by Southampton. There's Blaschuk, though, tracking back to the puck and takes it back for East Islip. Brings it in. Takes the shot. It's stopped by Armashevitz, who will freeze it with 1:01 to go. 61 seconds remaining in this contest. 9-3 in cruise control are East Islip. They'll get their 14th win of the season. Improve to 14-1. While Southampton will drop to 5-9-1. The path to the playoffs just gets that much more difficult for Southampton after the loss tonight. Here's Harrington. Long shot wide. That shot had some mustard to it, but missed the net. Good keep in there by Magnotta. His shot goes wide. Also had some of that aforementioned mustard on it. Pushed up the far wall, held in by Harrington. 26 seconds to go in regulation. East Islip clear. Mazzarone into the zone. Not all alone. Gets it back to the point. Shot goes wide from Kelly. Pushed to the front of the net, deflected on by Blaschuk, and a good stop made by Armashevitz. Might have went wide, not sure. Wetter pushing it to the far boards, and that will do it. A game of streaky goals. 3 to start for East Islip. 3 straight for Southampton, tied it at 3. And then 6 straight more for East Islip to close it out. 9-3 your final. East Islip are victorious, and Southampton take the loss. And that will do it for our coverage here in this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. From our cameraman Wally to a great job of board operations done by Evan. I'm Ryan Brownigan, and I wish you all, till next time, a great night. And be sure to check out the varsity final winner-take-all. That'll be some excellent hockey played later tonight, 10:10 Eastern Time, right here on LA Sports Network. Till then, have a good one.